Hi guys, it's good old Trace Face back at it again. It is officially Sunday, July 27th, 2025. I just wonder how all of you are doing. I know here in the United States, things are very heavy. And I know in other countries, you're feeling uh, the weight and heaviness of it all as well. Uh, I was going to do some videos about it. I possibly will, um, because we're all basically in this together and we're all feeling the weight of everything together, very much so. And in my opinion, I don't believe that things have been the same since the pandemic. And as a matter of fact, I believe that we have just seen narcissism get worse and greed get worse. And here we are. Uh, they are trying to collect blood from stones. And it's just, it seems like it's never ending. I could tell you what's going on in this town alone. And these people disgust me. These people disgust me. You know, I don't know where they think that the money is going to come from, increasing bills. I mean, if you guys only saw what my electric bill has been the last 3 years, it's deplorable. For the size of this house, it makes absolutely zero sense. They are making us now pay a portion of our bill in Connecticut. Our electric bill is to pay for those that can't pay for their own. How are we going? And the portion is quite large. I think my electric bill this month was 640 something dollars, and last year it got up to 800 and something dollars a month. And I am not the only one. This is going on across the entire state, and they think that people have this kind of money to pay their electric bill. So this is a war, and we have to strategically know how to fight. Okay, and I can talk a lot more about that, but for all purposes of today's video, uh, I just wanted everybody to know that I know how bad it is. I know how awful things have become, and I know that you're not alone and that we're gonna figure out a way to get through this. And I'm following some people right now that are doing something, and we're going to see how far they go. Because if this particular person I'm following that's going against uh, trying to go against real estate taxes, because that's just ridiculous, how much that's gone up in this stupid town. Okay. Um, but anyway, we have to figure out a way to band together and fight back, because it seems like there's no end in sight. They are just, the prices of everything just keep going up and up and up and up, to the point where they said this year where no one's going to be able to afford beef. No one's going to be able to even afford beef. And I mean, I'm not so much worried about that because I don't eat it much anymore these days. But I'm just saying, this is complete narcissism. It has gotten completely out of control. And I'm just as disgusted and frustrated as everybody else. That's just the start of the increases that have gone on around here. And I don't want to make this video about me, but what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to let everybody know that I know, okay? And there are situations when people reach out to me and you really want the help, and I can see that. and I've been working with you for a little bit, or we've done a few sessions, I will work something out with you because I'd rather get people the help in this crappy economy. That's not even the word for it, than to see people not get the help and continue to struggle because I know what it's like just to watch your bills just keep going up and up and up. Wait till I tell you guys the ongoing 90-day. I'm waiting. I'm biding my time and then I'm coming out with it. The 90-day dispute I just had with the credit card company. And you will not believe what these people have, what they did and what they proceeded to try to get away with. But I'm smart. So they picked the wrong one. And it's so sad that a lot of people don't know what these companies are doing to people. They don't know. They don't see their bills. They take away the just send me the bill electronically, and they don't see on paper what they're doing to you. It's disgusting. Um, and I'm about to out them too, and I'm about to take it as far as I can go to let everybody know what they did. And if they did it to me, they're doing it to so many other people. And we got to fight back. We can't take it. And we got to figure out during these days how we can help one another. We need to go back to days where we're bartering for services. You do my hair, I offer you sessions, that kind of a thing. We need to help smaller businesses. Yes, I'm one of them. We need to help people that are valuable because with the AI that's going on, it's going to get really bad, guys. And so we need to figure out how we can come together and help one another during these crazy times because it's only going to get worse if we don't do something about it. So if you have ideas, you guys I've been thinking about this, you want to share what's happening for you, leave in the comments because we need to stick together and we need to help one another during these horrific times because that's what they are. And let's not candy coat it. Nothing has been right since the pandemic, and all we have seen is greed. I watched people in my stinking small, you know, sundown, whatever you want to call it, a quiet corner, they call it over here, town, okay? Filled with, I could tell you all kinds of things, and we all know why I ended up here. Well, for many of you know. Um, I've watched restaurant owners around here as soon as they could started charging prices what would be prices for like Litchfield County, Connecticut prices around here. This is supposed to be the area of Connecticut that is the least um it's supposed to be the most affordable part of Connecticut. It's not. And they think that they can charge $45 a plate around here. I mean, you're disgusting, all of you. And all you stylists that were sitting there thinking you could start charging $250 to do someone's hair to put something on their roots, you've lost your mind. And I saw all of you. I watched all of you do this. I know who you are and I know what you did. And you're awful. The heck is wrong with you people? And you think, oh well, the price of everything went up, so I got to charge higher prices. Let me tell you something. I am done. I am done with people that thought that they could do these types of things and get away with it. And what I just taught myself fighting back against this credit card company is I got bigger and better ideas to fight back about for all the people that have done this. You're all going to get your day in the end. And that's for sure. Anyways, it's not okay. And as we're talking today about narcissism is a spirit. It is. It's the same demon, different faces that have been happening for most of us if we've paid attention. That's why it's like, oh my goodness, not again. Is this person that same spirit? And you'll know because you'll be staring it right in the face once again. And for some of you, it could have been going on for years with someone, you didn't see it, and now all of a sudden the mask slipped and they were able to show you that, oh hey, here I am again. I'm the same spirit you've been dealing with, just a different face, in a different meat suit. So yeah, guys, have you ever noticed that the same type of toxic person just keeps showing up in your life over and over and over? Different faces, same torment. Let me tell you today something that nobody else is saying. Narcissism isn't just a personality disorder. It is a spirit. That childhood friend, that high school bully, that ex-partner, that boss, different bodies, same spirit. And the spirit has been watching you since you were a child. Ephesians 6:12 says, "For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places." John 10:10, "The thief comes only to steal and kill and destroy." As you can see, guys, this isn't new. Narcissism is the word that we're modernly using. It's not a new word. This is an ancient spirit. These spirits have been roaming the earth since before you were born. So this actually really isn't about your ex-coworker. This is about a spirit that studies you, knows your wounds, knows your weaknesses, and sends someone in particular as an assignment that literally feels like it fits like a glove into your life. And that's how you're falling for these people. Guys, this is the truth right here. And we have to talk about it. There are people that already went through discovering that this is narcissistic abuse, that these are what these people are. They've watched countless videos. They have done countless sessions with me for years. They just finally healed from what I call the catalyst narcissist. And that's the one that opens your eyes to recognizing, oh, yeah, that person kind of reminds me of my mother, or kind of reminds me of my childhood best friend. There's something about them. Oh, now I realize I did have more than one of them in my life. But that catalyst narcissist most likely was a partner or a horrible boss that you had for years, and they did such diabolical things to you that you had a spiritual awakening, literally, and you started to get on the internet and you found my channel or similar ones, and you're sitting there going, oh, okay, wow. And so, you're wondering, wow, now I got all this education, but, 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 and I'll just use my services as an example. I'll use me as an example. You will go back out into the world. It'll have been years, and you are dating someone else, and you've been dating them for a while now, could be 2, 3 years, and you're back in my inbox going, what in God's name? I can't believe this happened again. And what's the first thing that people that go through this tend to do? The first thing that they tend to do is blame themselves. I can't believe how stupid I was. I can't believe I did this. I can't believe I got back in a relationship. I can't believe I was fornicating again, and then this happened. Well, now, again, I'm getting to the point I'm getting to about there's more for you to learn and grow within yourself, but these people are tricksters, okay? And they will trick you. And they know how to do it. Because why? Because this is an ancient spirit. It has been here. It knows. It knows you. It knows your heart. It knows your routines. It knows your weaknesses. It knows exactly what to present to you to get you to fall yet again. So, that's the reality of this. And I'll get to the part towards the end here about what this might mean for you in particular, or just that we need to vet people in a way that we haven't maybe before. It's very hard, you guys. I have heard so many stories, countless, thousands of stories in the last 7 years of how this works. And that's why I'm so passionate today about this topic. And also, I started the video being mad about this economy. Okay, I'm going to talk about the next point I need to make that y'all need to see with this too. The narcissistic ancient spirit, which is a spirit, it's it's got a pack hunter strategy. Okay. So have you ever noticed that they rarely come alone? Now, sometimes they do because they've figured out that's all they really need to do to try to get you to kill, steal, destroy yourself, because that's what they're coming to do, to steal from you, to steal your identity, to try to destroy you in the process and hope that you um, do the ultimate. And so a lot of times you're gonna notice that they travel in threes. Why? Because the enemy is a counterfeit. So they mock the Trinity, the Father, Son, Holy Spirit, and it's a demonic trio. So real life example would be a narcissistic partner who gaslights you. At the same time, you've got a coworker, a new one, who you just realized is starting to sabotage you at work. And on top of it, that satanic spirit world is going to send you a friend of 15 years who suddenly shifts on you, triangulates you, and joins in on all the chaos happening in your life right now. So now you got all three wrecking you all at once. And that's not random. That's strategic. That's strategic. That is strategy that's happening here, that's being formed. So, why does the spirit realm know you and know you in particular? Well, since you were a child, that realm has been watching you. It knows everything about you. And that's why these attacks feel so personal. It's because they are. So they've watched your heartbreaks since you were a kid. They know your gifts, okay? They know your childhood rejection. They watched that. They watched your family patterns of narcissism. And they know all the familiar spirits that have occurred in your family and your family dating all the way back to the start. So they're attaching to you generationally. They know the blueprint of your bloodline. And Satan's realm is studying us, and it knows exactly who to send you and when to send them to you. So if you ever notice, and I notice because I take notes from everybody I've worked with, enough to know that when someone does come back around to me and they're like, okay, how many times have I heard? And I can say this for myself too. I was doing so great. I was like, I had healed. I thought, I got really great with my relationship with the Lord was really awesome. I was learning more. I did all the things. I took the courses. I paid the money for therapy. Yada yada yada. I was in a good place, and bam, out of nowhere, I get hit with a Mack truck demon. Why? 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 There is something I'll have you all take a look at. And if this doesn't apply to you, then fine. Because I will still say, if it doesn't apply to you, that yes, this is our unfortunate reality of how the spirit world works. Okay. Um, if you're dealing with narcissists in certain areas of your life right now, stop looking at the people. Stop looking at the people. Stop looking at that person and start looking at the spirit operating behind them. It will save your life. It will save your life. This is not to make you paranoid. This is to make you wise. Okay. Now, the part that I was going to say, I got off track for a minute. The part I was going to say about this might not apply to you, but I believe for many of you, it does. Here's what I'm going to say. Sometimes we get a little too cocky in our healing. Hear me out. 4 years ago, I said the same thing. I would have said, I have come so far in my healing. I'm so proud of myself. Um, I'm wiser. I know how to pray and fast. I got a great business going on for myself. I'm doing all the things. I'm exercising daily. I'm eating better. Uh, I vet people so much better than I ever had. And this had been what? 3 years of steady work on myself? Yeah. And so at this time, 4 years ago, I really felt like I was in a great place. And boom, I got hit with that Mack truck demon. Okay. And this isn't the one I brought on the channel. God help us all for that. The few times I did. What a disaster. Um, it's just like a mute point at this point. But this one, I'm going to tell you what. Um, this was something that made me see it was beyond what I thought I needed to do for myself. And what it did was it brought me to places I probably would have never gone had this not happened to me. So what I'm trying to say is, for some of you that think you've gotten so far ahead with yourself and your healing, sometimes even the Lord allows these people to come on in because there is so much more that you need to do for yourself. Because, all of this that the devil does and the strategies and who he sends to you, when he sends them to you, there's strategies to take you down. But what God is looking at is, I'm going to use these things for the better for you and for your good. Now, I know some of you are like, I don't I don't want to think that God was behind this. That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say that there are times he might be, yes, but there are times when this is going to take you to places that you need to be in your life. Okay. I needed to stop drinking completely. I needed that out of my life. That was like a bad relationship that Even though I could have said to you 4 years ago, I've really cut back. I only drink on special occasions. Yes, now that was true. I did do those things and I did cut back quite a bit, but God was saying to me, let's be honest. This is something that hasn't suited you for 25 years and you need it out of your life for good. And he's been trying to tell me that for so long, and there's other things that I had to seriously work on. And there's more I have to work on for myself. Look, we all have things that we need to take a seriously hard looks at in bettering our lives and being better people. So if you're recognizing that this ancient spirit has been doing its thing, I want to make sure that you know how to make sure you don't have any open doors yourself any longer, and that you're doing all the things and vetting people properly enough that this does not happen to you because you're so far along in your healing. And God has let you know, like, this is the next thing. And sometimes He does do things where you got to work on one thing at a time. I don't think I could have worked on my sobriety the first year out of my marriage. I'm being honest. I don't think that that was even possible. I had other things I had to work on first, really, before I got to that place. Um, so yeah, what would Jesus do? Jesus didn't leave us powerless. He wants to hear from you. So pray out loud. Let the enemy hear you pray out loud because he doesn't win anyways. We all know the enemy's never going to win. It doesn't happen. This is all to get us moving in the direction. God still has us on this planet for a purpose. We still have a purpose here. And he is saying, I want you to use your gifts. I want you to get to the places I know you can be. You just got to get this ancient spirit. And you got to get to the point that you laugh at that ancient spirit because it's a clown. And then Jesus is saying, I want you to fast. Sometimes we need to fast to be able to even hear the Lord. We're not even going to hear him if we're still doing the same things day in and day out in our lives. We're never going to hear from the Lord. He's not saying, I want you to keep doing that. He's saying, go into the desert, pray so you can hear me. Fasting is very symbolic. It's very spiritual what that means to do that. He wants you to break those soul ties once and for all. How are you going to do that? By working on yourself. You control the ending of that soul tie. Why? Because you got God on your side. You don't have to fear what these ancient spirits and demons are doing. Okay? You got to put on the full armor of God. And Ephesians 6 says that. And Ephesians 6 says, Jesus is king. And the same way those spirits have been watching you, so has the Holy Spirit, and he is greater. I'm going to say that again so you really hear it. Jesus is king. And the same way those spirits have been watching you, so has the Holy Spirit, and he is greater. There might be growth, yes, that you need to look into doing and making sure there is nothing opened anymore for these demons to come in, okay? But if you're ready to break free, you know, I want you to come into the light here with us on this channel. Make your prayer life number one. Make Jesus Christ number one in your life and watch what's going to happen in your life. And he's going to tell you, he'll keep nagging you about certain things until you finally do them. He's going to keep making you grow to the point that you will look back and you will see that all the stuff that has happened, it got you to this place. So we're going to use it for the better of us. We're going to use this to better our lives for good, not to look at all of it like, wow, that was horrible. And there was nothing at the end of the tunnel of going through that. Nothing good came from this. No, no. I hope this video resonates with you. If you feel like you have had this ancient spirit following you around since you were a child, coming in different faces throughout your lifetime, drop in the comments and let everybody know. And thank you so much for watching and for being here at this channel and being a part of everybody's healing journey here. I'm Trace Face. It's time we all face the truth together.